Friends, today I'm going to break down for you exactly why a big dream will impact your life for the better and why you should find one. Benefit number 1, finding your big dream will enable you to receive more results in your life than you can without a dream. Now you may ask, how can this be? The truth of the matter is that your dream will pull you to greatness. It's a vision of where you want to be, and by definition that vision is massive and it's way outside of your comfort zone. And that requires you to actually achieve things. It requires you to get out the door and do stuff. It requires you to connect with people, to influence them, and to make a difference in the world. A short example from my life. The first phase of my dream, the way that I first understood it, really involved writing articles and making videos and having this online presence that would inspire other teenagers to use their time wisely by making good choices. Now, at first I just wrote for fun. But I really developed this skill of writing, and I tapped into one of my innate gifts, which has to do with language and communication with other people. And along the way, I not only ended up creating this gigantic blog with a bunch of other writers, other teenagers who I was working with, we would edit each other's stuff, we had this big online presence, but that's actually not the only accomplishment that came out of that. That next year, I became a student at Brigham Young University, the local university that I'm attending. Now, I actually started studying there at age 16, because of my dream. I knew where I wanted to be and decided that college was the right option for me. And because of that, I ended up applying and they let me in before I was even done with high school. In fact, to this day, I don't have a high school diploma because of that. Now that in and of itself is a big accomplishment, and it all came because I found my purpose, my why, and my dream first. But even while I was at university, I also ended up doing more with writing. My first year writing class for me was a breeze. It was so easy, I killed that thing, I didn't even study for it. And the reason why is because I had so much experience already writing articles. For me it was a second language, it was just normal. And it actually worked out that the second semester of me being at university, I tutored the first year writing course for other BYU students. So this was actually really cool because at the age of 17, like literally right after my birthday, I found myself at one of the biggest universities in my state tutoring other young adults who in most cases were 2 to 4 years older than me how to write their papers. But again, I never would have found that if I hadn't first found my dream. The second benefit to finding your dream is that it will give you inner peace. Of course, this is not the ultimate inner peace that I believe you can find in your life, but it's going to give you peace of mind at least. I mean, what motivated me in the beginning to find my big dream was the fact that everyone and their dog was asking me what I wanted to do with my life, and I didn't know. Well, finally you'll be able to answer these people and say, actually, I do know. And I have this big dream, and I want to achieve it by doing this, and finally you will have a plan for your life. I think the benefits of that are pretty self-evident. Third benefit, why finding your big dream will change your life for the better. Now, this one is one that I'm going to try to embody right now because honestly, finding your big dream makes you a little bit crazy. That is to say, it makes you passionate about life. Because once you have this giant purpose and you're connected to things that harness your innate passions and what you love to do in your life, then really, the world is your oyster. I mean, whatever that means. I want to share with you a little bit about what happened to me after I found my big dream. See, along the way of me achieving my big dream and moving toward that, I faced a lot of opposition, but at the same time, I faced a lot of my inner passions, things that I loved doing. And especially as a teenager, I went crazy with that. And I started doing things like really getting into motivation and self-development. I ended up going to a bunch of seminars like that. I ended up running 2 marathons just because I wanted to. I ended up really excelling in other things in my life. And the most incredible thing out of all of that was the fact that I got to wake up every day, and every day that I would think about my big dream, and every day that I would plan about it, and every day that I would work on it, I felt so much energy. It was so awesome, man! And when I talk about my big dream, if you haven't noticed, I get a little bit intense and a little bit passionate. And friends, isn't that how you want to live your life? No more like walking down the halls like this, like, what's up, man? Yeah, it's all cool. No, man, that's not what you want to do. That's not the life you want to live. Tapping into your big dream is going to allow you to be so much more passionate and have so much more energy in your life. And as one thing changes in your life, namely as your direction, your purpose, as you get more clarity and more inspired about one aspect of your life, that passion and energy and direction will transfer over into your relationships, into your schooling, into your work, into other pursuits like that. So really for me, one of the best parts about living a big dream is the pure adventure that you go on and how it changes you and makes you a better person who is more happy, more energetic, more outgoing, and all around happier with your life. Fourth benefit to finding your big dream. It will improve your relationship with God. Yes, you heard it right. Finding your big dream will improve your relationship with God. Now, you may not be a religious person, and if that's the case, then that's totally okay. You can skip over this step. But for me, as a very devout Christian, I believe that God sent us here with talents and abilities and skills that we need to use on behalf of other people. And more than that, God is very invested in our happiness and success. He wants us to push our boundaries. He wants to get us to get out of our comfort zone. And at least for me, some of the most spiritual experiences that I've ever had are those that I've had on the brink of my comfort zone. When I was setting out to make a difference in other people's lives, and when I really was stretching myself. Now, that's all about a big dream. A big dream enables you to do just that. So honestly, if you're willing to step up to the mission that you were born to live and divinely sent here to accomplish, then you're going to need to find your big dream. Because that really is a big dream for me, if we're being honest. It's a personalized mission given to me that only I can achieve and accomplish. So if that message resonates with you, if you think that yes, indeed, you do have a mission in this life, and you want to feel a bit closer to God, then I suggest getting off the couch, finding a big dream, because that will massively change your life in all areas. Those are the 4 reasons I see why you need to find your big dream. So until next time, subscribe, check out my book, and remember to dream big.